LG has released the world's first 5K 2K OLED gaming monitor with the 45 GX9 50A, 5120x2160 curved 800R dual mode 165 330Hz gaming monitor. Today I have my first impressions and unboxing. I'll be covering various scenes to give you my opinion how it compares to the 45GS version, trailers and games to help you make that awesome buying decision. I also have the unboxing and we'll go through the monitor menu. But before we get into all of that, the thing I do when I get a new OLED monitor is I love to see space scenes or Star Wars. So check this out. It's pretty cool with this resolution. At 45 inches, look how immersive with this 800R curved screen really gets you into the action. Honestly guys, everything's just popping, and this is in SDR mode, with peak on high and 100% brightness. The clarity and those peaks, which this monitor can get up to 1300 nits, just like the prior model. But look at this clarity, look at R2-D2. I had to freeze frame this specific scene because it really looks awesome. Just seeing the clarity at this size just puts a smile on my face. And I know this is going to surprise a lot of people. Here, coming in with the unboxing, the box lets you know everything that is included, from that OLED 5K 2K, NVIDIA G-Sync compatibility, 165Hz, 330Hz, DisplayHDR 400, and finally, DisplayPort 2.1 is included here with this monitor. So if you have a newer graphics card, you'll be able to take advantage of this port with that bandwidth. The box has enough styrofoam to cover all your accessories. This does have a sturdy metal base, metal stand. Here we have two HDMI 2.1 ports, one DisplayPort 2.1, a USB-C port, two USB ports, and the power connection. With that controller knob down below, under the monitor itself, we have dual mode on the left and the headphone jack on the right. This does have a matte coating, just like the prior 45GS. And say like the 32GS 95UE 32-inch dual mode. So nothing new here. And for the clarity of this monitor, the size, it is on the thinner side. The panel itself with the backing. Here you can see the side of the monitor. And this is the thickest the monitor gets from the top, as it does have an opening to vent all that heat. And here with the monitor menu, here you can see 165Hz, as I do have this in 5K 2K mode. With adaptive sync on, HDR is off as this is an SDR video with DAS mode on, which is low input lag mode. So make sure you always use the preset that has it on for the fastest response time for your next generation consoles or PC. Here with Game Adjust, it has a lot of gaming presets. sRGB mode, DCI-P3, the color weakness, calibration 1, HDR effect, reader vivid RTS, FPS, with Gamer 1 and 2 and a personalized picture mode. We also have dual mode adaptive sync black stabilizer to give you that awesome shadow detail, the crosshair and the FPS counter. Here with Picture Adjust, you can control the brightness, peak brightness, contrast, sharpness, gamma, and color temp. And in certain situations, the RGB 6 color, black level, and the picture reset. Here with sound, we have the sound out with the headphone and internal speaker. That's something I was kind of surprised with this monitor. I mean, for the price point, it better include speakers, right? And the speakers are pretty good. I guess because the monitor is so big, I enjoyed the speakers. For what it is, I was surprised with the amount of bass. Not as good as the 32GS 95UE quality with that pixel sound, but still, this speaker sounds way better than the Samsung Odyssey OLED G8. Just to give you an example, here with the input, we have the input list, aspect ratio, auto input switch, and the picture-in-picture options. And with general, here's where you control the smart energy savings. Make sure you turn that off to get the maximum impact of this monitor, the hexagon backlighting, and the OLED care options, with image cleaning, screensaver, and screen move, which is like pixel shift. Remember, this is OLED, so you're going to get amazing viewing angles. Here, just moving my camera around. This is from the side. The quality looks amazing at all angles, from top to bottom, left to right. This is a 3, 4, 5 person wide monitor. No problems whatsoever. The contrast stays contrasty. The colors and brightness don't fade. If it was flat, it'd even look better. But because it's curved, once you get to person 6 and 7, you may see a little bit of the grading because of the warping. But again, in real-world usage, I have no problems whatsoever. With the size, I have no problems with the 800R curve of the screen. It does look really immersive. Here browsing the internet, the text does look clearer than the 45GS. I will zoom in the future with a versus video to show you because I know many of you want that clarity or to see that clarity difference. Yes, there is less pixelation on this monitor compared to the GS. So if you want this for text or for work, jump on this. This is the one to get. This is finally the successor you've been waiting for. And of course, that awesome OLED picture. Look at these scenes, the colors, the brightness. And here I have my lighting all around the room. I did turn off the TV behind me so it wouldn't glare on the screen. But you can see, It's pretty bright. And that clarity, I don't know, it's just I have to get that versus video soon because the clarity here is very clear. It's crispy at this size. That's the main thing. 45 inches. Yeah, at 34 or 39, whatever, right? But this is 45 inches. It's huge. It's huge. Seriously. I'm gushing because it's very clear at this size. And I can tell the difference, again, because I have the 45GS, which I mainly use just for gaming, not necessarily for anything else. So to see the up in clarity, it really does surprise me. But let's go from day to night, so you can see that immersion that this monitor gives you. That pixel clarity of 5K 2K really looks awesome. And again, covering the specifications with 98.5% of the DCI-P3 color coverage. DisplayHDR True Black 400 support. A 0.03 millisecond graded response time. Ultimate FreeSync with FreeSync Premium Pro and G-Sync compatibility. And that 800R curve. You gotta remember, which you can easily see, it is curved. But look at the THX trailer. Just by memory, I can say this is way clearer than the GS version. I guess you could say this is the 45-inch ultra-wide to rule them all, at all sizes. Now until LG releases a 39-inch or a 34-inch of this resolution, that's gonna be killer, right? But right now, this is the king. And if you've been waiting to get into ultra-wide, this is the one to start you off with. It'll blow your mind. Here with these lines of color, it's super bright in HDR mode because there's not a lot of pixels lit up. So you're gonna get a very bright image. Now let's check out a trailer. This is 21:9 Avatar. I haven't watched this movie, but man, now I wanna see it because it's so crystal clear. The camera can't do it justice, YouTube can't do it justice. It's gonna be a lot clearer in person when you're watching your movies and when you're gaming. Of course, at this resolution. You can always drop it down to get more performance. And we'll be trying a couple of benchmarks in the next video. I'll be trying a couple of games with my 4080 just to give you an idea of what the performance it is, just to get that clarity, or with frame generation. Hopefully that helps. This monitor can get very bright in SDR mode, and while I did try a little bit of HDR, everyone will be very happy. But that's for another video. I'll do another specific HDR video, so you can see that HDR difference. Here with Monster Hunter, it's a low color scene, but those colors, those peak color highlights are really popping. Look at that green. That's something that really gives you immersion in your monitor. I mean, this is already ultra wide, but when you get those colors, those peak highlights, all I can say, it's awesome, guys. Look with Hitman. Look at all the neon color signs. Look at the reflections on the floor. Look at each individual raindrop. This is the clarity monster. Actually, you can really see every individual raindrop. I mean, I'm gonna really play a lot of my games all over again just to experience the size. With this clarity, like the new Oblivion remaster, heck yeah. I don't even know where I'm gonna put my 45GS monitor. There's a lot of games that support 21:9 over 32:9, and personally, now having tried both, I do prefer 21:9 over 32:9, say like on the OLED G9. It's just too wide for me. I do find myself looking left, looking right, sitting 2 to 3 feet from the screen. I start getting dizzy. While it does give you a lot of immersion, immersion to me is broken when I have to turn my head or my eyes. I think 21:9 should be an option with all games, natively. Here with FIFA, look how awesome it looks. You can see the whole field. And with Battlefield, I mean, it's just another level of immersion from 16:9. And now that we have the clarity and that brightness to back it up in a sense, I would say this is the best 21:9 gaming monitor on the planet. That brightness, that color, those hertz. Though I wish it was 240 Hz, which I do hear is coming in another iteration later in the year. But still, at 165, to get the latest and greatest now, it is what it is. And that is that this is the king of monitors in ultra-wide format so far for 2025. Many more videos of this awesome 45 GX950A coming very soon, friends. So hit that like button so more people can see it, so they know what's out there, so they don't waste their hard-earned money. Consider subscribing if you want more videos just like this one. Gameplay videos, news, reviews, and everything in between. This was the first impressions and unboxing of the LG 45 GX950A, that 5K 2K gaming monitor that we can now finally say, this is the king of 21:9. I do appreciate your time, friends. Thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys next time.